Hello, Starscream here again. I'm going to hope to do a review. It's not been my day today. I've had a really rotten day. I thought it might cheer me up. It might do. Don't know about everybody else. But here's a go. Look, Ravage. That's who we're going to be talking about. Okay. G1 cassette. I'll try and hold it because it just sounds like I'm talking about nothing if you don't actually see what I'm trying to talk about. Look, tiny little cassette tape. Really popular character. Originally in G1. He lasted into Beast Wars, which is quite amazing actually, and I think that's inevitably his end. I'll talk about his character, okay, if that's alright. Let's start. He's not... When the Transformers crash into Mount St. Hilary in Arrival from Cybertron, there's no such person as Ravage. There's Soundwave. He has a good battle with the Autobots, and you know, inevitably they'll get bashed up, and Teletran 1 comes on, and they'll get put back together in some form or another. But you only actually see Ravage on Earth, so as to where he comes from, we don't really know, okay? It's not explained. I can't remember if it's explained in the comics. Somebody can pick me up on it, inevitably they will. But this isn't explained where he comes from. It's just taken for granted that Soundwave has a cassette deck, and out of it pops Ravage, and I'll do one on Laserbeak, but Ravage is more popular, and here he comes. He's sent to spy. He's primarily a spy, a reconnaissance gatherer, information for Megatron. He's ultimately loyal to Megatron to the point of stupidity, okay? You find that out later on in Beast Wars and later on in the comics. He'll do anything for Megatron. And in actual fact, in Arrival from Cybertron, you actually hear Ravage speak, okay? He's giving them, the Decepticons, the coordinates of the Autobots base and where they're actually planning to mount an attack or strike or some covert operation that's going on. And Ravage actually speaks, and he sounds a bit like, what's his name? The bad guy out of Inspector Gadget. If you'll pardon, I can't remember his name, but if you listen for it, it's the only time you'll ever hear Ravage speak in the cartoon. He does sound like that. In the cartoon, he's pretty much a subservial cat-like panther, and he doesn't really have a lot of intelligence. He just spies for Megatron. So it's in the cartoon. He's in it a lot, but he doesn't actually. Well, he doesn't speak at all. But he's not actually granted with that much intelligence. Whereas the Ravage in the comics is a lot more intelligent. He's a lot more thoughtful, resourceful. He can act. He can primarily act. He can act on his own. So that's something that I'm afraid lets him down in the cartoon, but in the comic, he's brilliant. I'd like to talk a bit about the toys now. There's been a lot of incarnations of Ravage. I didn't know he was that popular, to be honest with you. I mean, I never thought that much of him. I mean, he's got a few bits in the comics. In some of the annuals, he's good. Which is a funny one, actually, where he tries to mind wipe somebody, and inevitably mind wipes himself. So he's trying to mind wipe somebody who's mind wiped, and inevitably can't do anything because he's mind wiped himself. Does that make any sense to you? It made more sense when I thought about it till I said it. Never mind. I said it's been a rough day. Look, here's the G1 cassette version. Quite a nice toy. Not particularly poseable. Transforms into cassette. Fits quite nicely into Soundwave. Okay. Now, here we go. Look, I'll do the other ones I've got. Here we have. He makes it into Beast Wars, okay, and he comes back and he's working for... What is that that's just popped up? No, go away. Something's popped up on my PC. No, go away. Yeah, okay, whatever. Sorry about that. In Beast Wars, he pops up. He works for the Tripedicus Council. It's apparently the original Ravage rebuilt into a new form. And he goes back into the past. What the... I hope that hasn't affected his stupid PC today. What was I saying? Yes, he goes back into the past under the command of the Tripedicus Council to stop Megatron from up to his own tricks again, okay? And it's the original Ravage, and it's still loyal to Megatron. He survived through all the wars, even the Great War. And we get Beast Wars Ravage, a lovely figure. There was Shadow Panther, I do have him. I'm sorry I didn't bring him. That was Hasbro's attempt. It was just a recolor of Cheetor. But Takira actually did a remold with a nice remolded head here, we see. And here we have Beast Wars Ravage. A lovely toy. There's a little bit of metal on here, and they even went as far as to put the Decepticon insignia, because he's not a Predacon, he's a Decepticon. Which is an excellent toy. One of my favourites, I must admit. And he even has, out of the thing, the flippy little weapons that pop out there like that. It's excellent. I love the toy. Doesn't transform into a cassette, transforms into a panther. That's his only fault. I love the toy. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And for some reason, he's a Russian. Not quite sure why that is. He goes, Commander Megatron. And I have no idea why I have this corrupt voice. Vodka. Yes, okay. Shut up now, shall I? But that's Beast Wars Ravage. Lovely toy. You know, I recommend, if anybody's a fan of Ravage, you get this one. This is my favourite out of the lot. And now we have alternators and vinyl techs. We've got two of them. We have the first one that come out. Here we go. It's just a recolor of tracks with a remoulded head. Lovely toy. Transforms into a Corvette, if I'm not mistaken. And I can't fault the toy as it is. But in all fairness, it's just tracks with a different head. I even keep the weapons that sit at the top here, look, like that. It's supposed to represent the simulation of tracks. I keep them down, because it lets the chap down. It's a nice toy, a nice transformer. I'm not going to transform because he's a sod. And I'll probably break bits off him like I usually do. But they saw in all their wisdom that he's such a popular character, they thought, well, we give the fans possibly what they want. And sorry about the phone that just went then. We'll do a Ravage that transforms into a cat. Now, that is absolutely brilliant. Look at that. Here we go, look. Sorry about that. Somebody's trying to ring me and I don't want to answer the phone at the moment. Transforms from a Jaguar car to a Jaguar cat. Now, what could be better than that? That's an excellent toy. I'm gonna, the benefit of me. There we go. What do you think of that? A lovely figure. I'm sorry about the the amateurish attempts at this video tonight, but as I said, people keep trying to call me on the phone, call me from downstairs. But look, this is my favourite my favourite Ravage from the Alternators Vinyl Tech range. This, I'm afraid, is the American one, so it's plastic. I don't know, I can't remember if they've done a Japanese one, but this is the one I've got, and I think it's a brilliant toy. Look, he's even got the back-mounted weapons here, look, just like the original one. It's excellent toy, look at it. So, there's Ravage, that's possibly the best one, the most one that's holds homage to the G1 figure, which we see here, look. Oh, he's dropped his weapon, you miserable little git. There we go, let's see. He's the most similar to it. Ooh, yeah, there we go. There you go, chaps. So there's just a little background information about Ravage. I'm not a massive fan of Ravage, but I did like the figures. But my favourite, I must admit, is a Beast Wars one. Just a quick bit before I go. Hope I've got time before I disappear. It's funny to say that because Ravage makes it through all 3 seasons, he goes back in time for the Beast Wars one, which is in the future of G1 Transformers. But Beast Wars, let me start again. G1's in the past, Beast Wars is in the future. But because Beast Wars Tripredacus Council send Ravage back, inevitably ends up dying in the past. So he dies before he even lived, if you can understand what I mean. After the Beast Wars, you don't see him again because he gets blown up in his ship. And he transforms in the ship that's about to be destroyed by a missile and goes, Decepticons forever! Transforms into a cassette and dies. And that's primarily the end of him. We don't see him again, which is a damn shame. But obviously, he's granted a Vinyl Tech figure. So I dare say there's a storyline behind that. I don't know it, and I quite willing to be picked up on it. Anyway, the Starscream out. I hope to do a more professional review soon, time permitting. And dog's knocking on the door, by the way. It'll be let in. I mean, oh, blimey. Look, I'll see you lot soon. Bear with me for this one. It was a laugh doing it anyway, and I feel a bit better. I'll see you lot later.